A former NFL quarterback just told an entire fan base to stop showing up to games. That's not a take you hear every day, but it's exactly what happened after Cleveland made their starting quarterback decision official. Stick around, because this reaction says a lot about where things currently stand in Cleveland. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're breaking down ESPN Analyst Dan Orlovsky's strong reaction to the Cleveland Browns naming their Week 1 starting quarterback, and why he believes fans should respond by staying home. Let's get into it. The Cleveland Browns officially named Deshaun Watson their starting quarterback to begin the 2026 regular season on Monday morning. It probably comes as little surprise that a lot of Browns fans, likely many of the same ones who were booing during last week's preseason game in Cleveland, weren't exactly thrilled with the announcement. So the question becomes, with Watson now locked in as the starter, what should frustrated fans actually do? Boo louder at the next home game. ESPN analyst and former NFL quarterback Dan Orlovsky has a very different suggestion entirely. Orlovsky believes Browns fans should consider boycotting games this season in direct response to this decision. If they somehow come out today and name Deshaun Watson their starting quarterback, if I was a Browns fan, I would not go to the game, Orlovsky said. That's a genuinely blunt comment coming from a national analyst. But for a lot of fans who are frustrated with this decision, it's the kind of statement that might actually resonate with how they're feeling right now. Here's the reasoning behind that frustration. Why should fans spend their hard-earned money to go watch a quarterback they simply don't want to watch anymore? It's been years now with Watson as the starter, and there was a real sense heading into this offseason that this might finally be the year Cleveland could naturally move on from that chapter. Shedeur Sanders, the team's young quarterback, offers some genuinely exciting upside. Even if he's not necessarily the guaranteed long-term answer at the position, there was a reasonable argument for taking a real chance on him, especially considering he's under team control for 3 more seasons and offers a level of excitement that Watson simply hasn't provided in recent memory. But instead, the Browns organization decided to go with their $230 million quarterback. And here's the uncomfortable truth. The actual on-field production between the two options wasn't dramatically different. But the off-field situation and the overall relationship with the fan base is probably the most strained of any starting quarterback currently in the NFL. Orlovsky didn't stop at simply suggesting a boycott either. He went a step further, questioning whether Cleveland should even continue employing Watson at all going forward. "I don't think they can have Deshaun Watson on their team after that interaction," Orlovsky said. The reasoning behind that comment traces back to Watson's own comments after being booed by Browns fans during Week 2 of the preseason. Those remarks simply didn't sit well with a lot of fans and analysts across the league. It was widely viewed as a bad look for the organization, and Orlovsky was direct about his own reaction to the situation. "I felt bad for those fans," Orlovsky said. So where does this leave the Cleveland Browns fan base right now? They're genuinely stuck in a difficult, complicated position with their starting quarterback. Watson currently represents a negative asset for the franchise in terms of public perception and fan enthusiasm, yet the organization is still choosing to stick by him heading into the start of the season. Whether this decision ultimately comes down to sunk cost thinking given his massive contract, or whether the Browns genuinely believe Watson gives them a better chance to win than Sanders would right now, the reality is this choice isn't landing well with a significant portion of the fan base. It's landing so poorly, in fact, that a respected ESPN analyst and former NFL quarterback is publicly suggesting fans consider staying away from games entirely. So what's your take? Is boycotting actually a reasonable response here, or does that go too far? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this breakdown, smash that like button. Subscribe for more Browns and NFL coverage all season long, and I'll see you in the next video.